Here are 3 roundhouse kick mistakes and how you can fix them. So the first mistake that we're going to cover is making sure that when we kick, we're not going to counter rotate our body by the way we swing our arms. And by that I mean is this. So when I go to kick, a lot of people tend to sort of try and drive and get a lot of power by twisting their hips the other way. And I think that little whip there is what's going to get them the power. But actually, they're wrong. Because when I go for it, I need to make sure I open my hips up and I can spin all the way through and kick through the bag. By doing this little sort of twist here at the start, what that's going to do is it's actually going to limit the amount I can kick through the bag, and it's basically just going to stop my kick here dead, and then I'm bringing it back, which means it's going to be no power. Remember, I need to be hitting through my target and kicking through them. What you need to make sure you do is you don't do that counter rotation here, but instead you sort of open your arms up and you throw your right shoulder towards the bag here, rather than trying to bring it back the other way. The second mistake is when I go for the kick and I'm not spinning my left toes. Again, what I need to make sure I do here is I'm sort of stepping onto the ball of my foot and I'm spinning like a ballerina. Okay, imagine you're doing a 360. Imagine my toes need to be turning around and pointing in the opposite direction when I go for my kick. So again, I do that by going onto the ball of my foot and make sure all my weight is over it, and then all I do is throw my hips through. And as I do that, my left toes are going to end up turning all the way around and almost doing like a 180. This will open up my hips, making sure I can kick through the target and getting a lot of power in it. For the final tip, a lot of people do is they start kicking with their foot, okay? And maybe they're turning here, maybe they're spinning the toes, maybe they're turning the right shoulder towards the bag. They're doing all the correct things, but they just end up kicking with their foot, okay? Now, the main thing that they need to be doing here is just stepping forward. So again, I'm here in my stance. You need to make sure you step forward and a little bit to the left too. Okay, so like diagonally out to the left. I'm stepping, going onto the ball of my foot, and then this way I'm a lot closer. I can kick across the bag, and I can also spin through and get a lot of power in it. Rather than kicking here just on the spot, where again, imagine my partner's moving back, or even if I'm just out of range, I'm not going to be able to hit with my shin. Only really my foot, and then that's when injuries start occurring, and also you're not getting a lot of power, right? You're not hitting with a lot of surface area. So again, I need to step towards, but also out to the left just a little bit. So I go here, and I get my kick like that. So once you've done all this, your roundhouse kick should look like this. Hopefully your roundhouse kick is starting to feel a lot better after this. Just make sure you keep practicing and keep looking at yourself. Make sure that you know what you're doing wrong and just keep correcting it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.